Hi everyone, my presentation is about bullying at school. This is a problem that we are finding that we need to constantly remind kids and teachers about the differences with bullying and how to report it. That's what my presentation will be about today. Is it bullying? First of all, a lot of things can happen at school and automatically it will come back to I'm being bullied. The important thing to remember is what is bullying, the differences, and how we can identify these problems and help kids and teachers do the right thing. First of all, bullying is anytime a person is mean to you, it's not bullying. It's not always that way. Here at Stout Elementary, we've identified 4 different behaviors that will result in disciplinary action. Each of these behaviors result in different disciplinary action and different steps of progression. It's important to know that your counselor and your teacher can help you decide what is happening if you will talk to them about it. And this is posted in every classroom and throughout the school building. The main behaviors that we've identified are teasing, conflict, mean moment, and bullying, and we have examples of each to help you figure that out. First of all, teasing. This is not nice and obviously shouldn't happen, but basically the main points of teasing are everyone is having fun, no one's really getting hurt, and everyone is participating equally. Here's a great example of simple, innocent teasing. You're at the lunch table and something funny happens and it causes milk to come out of your nose because you're laughing so hard. Everyone's laughing, including you, because of what's happened. This could be just teasing. It's not anything threatening and it's not to hurt anyone's feelings. Then we have a mean moment. These happen. Let's be honest, sometimes people have mean moments, and it does not mean that they are a mean character. A mean moment is identified by someone being hurt on purpose. Maybe it's a reaction to something that you're feeling and you lash out in a mean moment. And it's a very rare, isolated event. It doesn't happen very often. It's not in your character to do this, but sometimes it just happens. An example of a mean moment might be that you wake up late. You didn't have time to do your hair. You pulled it back really fast, came to school, and it doesn't look the same that it did every other day that you're here. Your friends seem to be gathering and talking about you and making reference to you looking different or strange. This isn't something that your friends would do often, but it does make you feel bad. And mean moments do just that. They make you feel bad. This is a great example of something that you could use an I can statement to take care of. And you could go try and get yourself some closure on this incident. If you feel that you cannot approach your friends or people that are not your friends having a mean moment, you need to think about it and decide whether it's something that you want to report. This kind of behavior does have consequences, although they are not as severe as the other types of bullying, real bullying that we will talk about later. Conflict. A conflict is when no one's having fun. It's a disagreement. It's something that's going on, an argument. It can be solved, but it's just not being solved right away. Also, there's an equal balance of power. This is not a teacher arguing with a student or a student arguing with a teacher. These are peers. This can be adults, this can be students, this can be siblings. It's important to know that conflicts happen, but that with some work, conflicts can be resolved, and that's the important thing. Here's a great example of a conflict. Sometimes outside games get heated. We all know that. A common example is Foursquare. I hear this a lot. You're out. No, no, I'm not out. You are. And it results in a lengthy argument about what to do. Meanwhile, no one's having fun. The game has stopped, and no one at recess now that's involved in this game is having any bit of fun. Can this conflict be resolved? Sure. There's a lot of ways that you can resolve this conflict. Rock, paper, scissors. You can do a redo. You can listen to the referee. You can ask people in line what's happened. It's simple. It's not something to get wound up about, and it's certainly not something to ruin your entire recess. Conflicts can usually be resolved by the parties involved. Sometimes you do need to talk to an adult, and the adult can help you resolve the conflict. It is very important, though, that in these types of situations that you first try to resolve it on your own. That's the best way to learn good conflict management skills and to work well with your friends and peers. Do not, however, be afraid to reach out to an adult if you feel that you cannot possibly come to a resolution. So now we come to the whole point of the presentation, bullying. True bullying is horrible. It's when you're being attacked physically, socially, emotionally. You can also be attacked in person or over the internet. Here at Stout Elementary School, we have very few cases of cyberbullying going on, but it is a real problem, and we will talk about that. Also, with bullying, there's an unequal balance of power. Someone feels that the other is stronger. That may be in a true position sense, or it may be that you just feel like you're not as strong or as capable as the other person. You feel weak. You feel that you are not equal and you're not able to stand up for yourself. Bullying happens more than once, and it happens over a period of time. Often students will say, this person has bullied me all hour, or this person has bullied me all recess. While this person may have been doing a repeated action that is not right, it's not necessarily bullying unless it happens repeatedly over a period of time. And lastly, someone's being hurt, and it's being done on purpose. There is no fun, there is no games. This is out to hurt someone, and it is very, very, very damaging. Here's some pictures that might help you understand bullying. Of course, we can't get into every situation, but we have the physical bully on the left-hand side. Clearly, that person is bigger, stronger, and he is physically threatening to hurt the smaller person. Bullying is an intent, but it's also an action. So it's important to know that it can be the threat of something bad happening to you, or actually the action of something bad happening. On the right-hand side, clearly this person is being laughed at, targeted, and feels awful. We're assuming that this is something that happens a lot, although from the picture we can't tell. But remember, it is important for us to know that this is something that happens a lot. It makes you feel uncomfortable. It's done on purpose. And in the middle is the no bullying sign with some other examples of bullying that you might encounter. Mean words, threatening, leaving someone out on purpose all the time, starting rumors, physically hitting, kicking, pushing, someone that damages your stuff, someone that is stealing your things. Maybe it's someone gossiping about you, name calling. All of these things can fall into bullying. It is very important to realize that bullying has to happen over a period of time. And we want you to be very careful before saying that you're being bullied. We do have specific action steps, and this is why it's critical that you know that what's happening is really bullying. First of all, if this is happening to you, remove yourself from the situation. Get out of it in any way that you can, especially if it's a physical threatening situation. Also, you can try to help others get away from the situation, but make sure that you do not endanger yourself. You must report bullying. You can report bullying of yourself, or if you witness someone else being bullying. You have got to let someone know what is happening. It's important that if this bullying happens at school, that you tell an adult while you're at school. It's important that people help out and know those consequences will happen if bullying continues. Lastly, there are bullying report forms found in the counselor's office, the school office. You can ask Miss Debbie if you need help. Any classroom, under any of the no bullying signs are the bullying report forms. You can ask any adult at school and we will help you find one. Don't worry if you can't write it down. An adult will help you do that. And if you're afraid the bully will know what you're doing, find a way to get out of class, excuse yourself from the situation, and ask for help. If you're scared, that's okay. You just need to find someone that can help you get it down on paper so that we have a trail and a track of what's happening. Lastly, it's important to know that bullying is a big deal. It's against school policy, it's against district policy, and it can be reported to law enforcement. Situations that warrant that will be taken care of that way. It disrupts learning, and that's what we're here to do. So it's important that we get a handle on bullying and all the other forms of conflict. Lastly, if you have questions, if you're not sure where your conflict or mean moment, or if it's bullying, falls, ask an adult, talk to someone. It can be any adult that you feel a connection with. We are here to help, and that's the important thing for you to know.